All right, so it's now time for Fersan in the Field, Real Issues, Real Solutions. And we're joined this morning by Sajae Jones. Good morning, Sajae, and welcome back to the show. How are you?
Good morning, Althea. Good morning, listeners. I'm doing well.
Good. So we're talking this morning about the healing and protective power of STAR Virucide, and this segment of Farm Talk in Sunnyside Up is brought to you by Newport-Fersan, Jamaica. So I think the first question that we have to establish is what exactly is STAR Virucide? By the way, in fact, don't go there yet. Let me ask about viruses, because we know that we have challenges with viruses, and they're actually considered one of the biggest threats to crop production and food security. Am I right?
Yes.
All right. So let us have your comment on that first before you tell us about STAR Virucide.
So let's get a little understanding of it. Well, according to the FAO, the Food and Agricultural Organization, global food production must increase significantly to feed the world's growing population, right? Yet plant viruses continue to threaten food security worldwide, causing billions of dollars in crop losses each year, contributing to nearly half of the plant diseases. Unlike many fungal and bacterial diseases, viruses attack the plant from within, interfering with its cells, metabolism, and normal growth processes. Because there is no simple cure for this, it becomes widespread, and prevention, early intervention, and proper crop management are essential. This is where the innovation like STAR technologies, STAR Virucide, are making a significant difference for farmers.
Okay, and so helping to control, get rid of is what we think of when we hear a name such as virucide, and of course the STAR suggesting there that it is an exceptional product.
It is, definitely is.
All right.
Definitely is.
Go ahead.
No, I was actually just going to segue into the first question that you had asked, because I think you had asked.
Yes, I asked you what it. Right, go ahead.
Yes. So to add to the first that plant viruses are microscopic biological agents.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this means that they cannot be seen with the naked eye. They need an electron microscope, which is a very powerful microscope. Structurally, they consist of nucleic acid, which is enclosed in a protein code called a capsid, and they are complete ineffective particles known as virions. Unlike many pathogens, they are obligate intercellular parasites. This means that they lack cells of their own and can only replicate inside other living plant cells.
Wow.
Once they hijack the plant cells, what they do is they hijack the plant cells metabolism, using the resource to produce thousands of new viral particles. These viruses, possess a critical threat to the global production for several reasons. These can be like massive economic loss. Plant viruses cause an estimated $30 billion in crop losses annually worldwide. They can do vascular blockages like viral activities disrupting the xylem and phloem, restricting the movement of water and nutrients. This interruption leads to stunted growth, chlorosis, which is seen as yellowing, leaf distortion. It also reduces productivity and the quality.
And all of this from something that you can't see with the naked eye.
That you can't see with the naked eye.
Crazy, isn't it?
Beyond crazy.
Wow. So why are they such a serious threat to agricultural production these days? We know that for whatever reason, and I know that you've all been doing the research, we're seeing more and more of them, and they have become some super monstrous kind of viruses that are destroying everything in sight.
Oh, well, all right. So to understand why there are threats, we can look at some of the symptoms to watch out for. Because the thing with plant viruses is that they sometimes appear to be something else, right? So a farmer may be seeing, for instance, physical distortions in their leaf, like leaf curling and rolling. The leaves may curl upwards or downwards and roll inwards along the edges to form a tube-like shape. Now, persons may think that this may be, for instance, mites affecting the plant, but it can in fact be viruses that are affecting the plant. It can be shoestring effect where the leaves become unusually thin and narrow. It can be the leaf become rosetted, where the leaves become small and densely clustered, giving a plant rosette appearance in the top. It can also be growth and reproductive issues. Stunted growth, infected plants significantly smaller than expected. It can be flower and fruiting problems. So the viral infection can reduce the flowering and cause fruit abortion, producing malformed fruit, leading to uneven ripening and internal fresh breaking, a shortening of the shelf life. It can be specific markings, like in papaya, we have the papaya ring spot, which is the papaya ring spot virus, which also in some cases can make the fruit unmarketable. So there are a number of ways that plant viruses can, in fact, affect farmers and affect the plants that we just are not associating with viruses.
Okay. Well, tell us what are some of the common symptoms that farmers should look out for?
These are very similar to what we were just going through. I can even go into a bit more of them. Like, all right,
sure.
So there are the water-soaked spots on the same papaya where you have oily or water-soaked spot streaks that may develop on the trunks or the stalks. The deformation of the flower in ornamentals such as orchids virus can cause the color breaking of severe flower deformities. It can also cause mosaicing in for example the pepper, where you have a yellow-green pattern going through the leaves. We call that mosaicing, and it also happens in watermelon. These are just a few of the things that can actually present themselves when you're looking for viruses.
Okay. And how do plant viruses spread from one field to another?
This is one that we want to dig into and for persons to pay keen attention to, because the transmission pathways are many. Plant viruses can spread through biological vectors, infected planting material, human activity, and even just the environment in general. The main transmission pathways include vectors, which are like biological transmitters. Vectors primarily spread the viruses between plants. So you have things like your insects, your aphids, leafhoppers, thrips, whiteflies. They acquire the virus while feeding and transmit them to healthy plants. So you have yes?
No, I was thinking, and they do that, and then as human beings now, we will go onto somebody's farm, and we are moving that around to our farm or to the farms of others as well. So that's why biosecure measures are important too.
Definitely, and we as humans would fall under the mechanical and the human transmission. So viruses can spread through infected sap entering wounds. So we can brush against a plant, we can contaminate ourselves with the sap, and we can move. We can use contaminated knives and pruning shears to transfer the virus between plants. The hands can spread the virus. Environmental factors, so wind damage can rub plants against each other and spread the virus. The virus can even be spread through propagating materials, so like planting materials, the seeds, vegetative propagation, pollen. Any of those can spread the virus from one plant to another.
My word. All right, we're on the break. We have to break for the news and the weather, and then when we come back, we're going to get additional information from you. But we'll be joined by a few farmers. Luciana Boucher out of Lichfield, Manchester. We'll also have O'Shea White, also out of Lichfield, and Sandra Foster from St. Catherine. Let us just take the news and the weather and return.
farmers. You can now prevent and cure fungal diseases with Eradicate Systemic Fungicide from Newport-Fersan, Jamaica Limited. Eradicate is effective against rust in coffee, citrus, sugarcane and peanut, black and yellow secatoka, early blight, mildews, purple blotch in onions, and other fungal diseases. Get your Eradicate at your nearest farm store or at the Newport-Fersan office, 2A2B Worry Wharf Complex. Stay in control with Eradicate.
We're inside the feature Fersan in the Field, Real Issues, Real Solutions. This morning we're taking a look at the healing and protective power of STAR Virucide. With me, Sajae Jones, agronomist for Manchester and St.Elizabeth. And we have been talking about viruses and how they have been impacting farmers and, of course, the overall production and productivity. And this is really very serious. In addition to the viruses, we know that we have a real issue with the insects as well, Sajae. So when you combine those two things, the farmers really are, as we would say, meeting it.
It would be as if they're between a rock and a hard place.
Yes. By the way, all of this heat that we're facing, does that impact how the viruses operate as well?
Most definitely. Just a quick answer to that. The insects on a whole reproduce differently than humans. It's about 9 months for a human pregnancy, but an insect can vary based on the heat because they reproduce and they go by a thing called degree days. So the hotter it is, the shorter their reproductive cycle for most of them become. So the heat plays a big role in the reproduction of insects, and as you can imagine, the transmission of virus now, because the reproduction is now shorter, so there are more opportunities for virus to be transmitted.
Okay. The STAR Virucide, what makes it stand out among products of this kind on the market?
Well, what the STAR Virucide differs from traditional crop protection products by working inside the plant rather than providing only surface level product protection. Because the plant viruses are obligate intercellular pathogens, they invade the living cells and hijack the plant metabolism, making them difficult to control with conventional external products, right? So after application of STAR Virucide, it enters through the stomata and moves systemically through the xylem and phloem, allowing it to reach infected tissues throughout the plant. Inside the infected plant cell, it encapsulates the virus particles called virans, preventing them from spreading into their protein and the nucleic acid components, a step required for the viral replication, right? So by sealing off the virus and restricting its access to the plant metabolism, the product renders the virus inactive rather than attempting to kill it directly. So in addition now, the STAR virus helps to restore the movement of water and nutrients by reopening the vascular tissues disrupted by the viral infection and allowing normal physiological functions and the plant growth to resume as the botanical base plant extracted, as it is a botanical base plant extracted consortium, meaning that it is many plant extracts combined together. It's effective against a broad range of viruses, including like the Papa ring spot, which is spoke earlier, tomato leaf curl, and tobacco mosaic virus, while reducing its resistance risk. So it has a low risk of getting resistant, of the virus building resistance towards, and it can control a wide range of viruses.
All right. They always say the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And so I know we have a couple of farmers that we have gotten in touch with. So we're going to introduce them to the conversation now. Let me start with Luciana. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. And how are you?
I am great. And is it Luciana or Luciano?
Luciana.
Okay. How are you?
I'm good.
Good, good, good. All right, so you have been using STAR Virucide. What problem were you having, and what kinds of results have you been getting?
Yes, I used to have like curl problem. Most times when the sun is hot, this pepper them will just curl up, and the mite and chips curl them up. So since my friend recommended in 2023 when I did start have the problem for the first time, he told me to try STAR, and when I tried, just one big result.
And when you say big results, what do you mean? Is
like
it
the curl just disappear like within about 14 days, because you with the STAR, when you spray it like today, you would spray the next 4 days, and then you will rotate it within 7 days, and you get a massive result.
and did that also lead you to having greater yields as well?
Oh my God, man! Trust me. I plant like 500 hot peppers, and my other friend plant like 1,000. And when I can tell you, when I read from like about 2 rows, my friend can tell you he's getting like that from his whole field.
Wow. So you would have no problem then recommending the product to other farmers?
No, I even recommend it to them on TikTok. And from I recommend it, a lot of persons call me and tell me, trust me, it's a good recommendation. They like it.
All right, excellent. And how are you doing generally now in your region in terms of crop production?
It's okay because we do irrigation. So like a lot of persons having rain problem, but you know I have water dripping on my pepper, so I don't have any problem.
So you do drip irrigation?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so very much for sharing with us, and we wish you all the best.
Yeah.
All right.
You can try the STAR, man. STR is the best to go right now. You can tell any farmers that with watermelon, anything.
It works on everything.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Take care. That was Luciano Boucher out of Lichfield in Manchester, and we're joined by another farmer from Lichfield, Manchester, O'Shea White. O'Shea, good morning. How are you?
I am great. Good morning.
Good. Good to have you on with us. And what has your experience been using? First of all, tell us what kinds of problems you were having, and then tell us, having used STAR Virucide, how you found it.
I was introduced to it by Sanjay. I was having a lot of curls in my pepper. When I mean curls, it was like the plant. It's like the peppers stopped growing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was passing through my community, and he stopped and called me. I was home at the time, and he called me and he recommended the STAR Virucide, and I think it's a fungicide named eczema. He introduced me to the STAR Virucide, a fungicide that they sell, and also starter.
All right, let me ask him, because since he's there. Sajae, what did you tell him to use?
It was a combination of the plant start, the STAR Virucide, and the Enigma, because he was having multiple issues, and those combination of product would have alleviated the problem.
All right, and having used them, O'Shea, what did you discover? How did they help you?
They work wonders, especially the STAR, because I continue using the STAR even after. And man, it's like the STAR get rid of the curls.
Mm-hmm.
And while it get rid of the curls, it allow new growth to come out normal.
Right. So the crops have been doing much better as a result of the use of the products.
Yes, because it shut down the negative effect of the virus, because it's like the insect name trips that give the plant a virus. And I use the STAR Virucide on it, it's like it work magic.
All right. Thank you so very much for sharing with us this morning, and continue to work magic.
Looking forward to it.
All right, take care. That was Sajae White, a farmer out of Lichfield, Manchester. Just another couple of questions for you, Sajae. What results have you noticed generally in field trials using STAR Virucide?
All right, so in a hot pepper trial that we did, the plot that was treated with STAR produced 1,546 kilograms. Comparing that to the untreated plot, which produced 972 kilograms, which represents a 59% increase in the total yield of that plot, right? That was one of the instances of using STAR, and you could have heard the farmer describing how much more yield that he got over the other. And we can see it in this trial that was conducted and measured, that we saw a 59% increase in yield for that crop.
Okay. And my final question for you, is STAR Virucide affordable for the average Jamaican farmer? And by the way, because we know that we're dealing with people who have backyard gardens, can they use it as well?
Definitely. I would recommend that everybody use this product, because it also helps to build the plant immune system in general, right? And as it regards to affordability, when you check what you're getting in terms of increase in yield, that increase in yield more than covers the cost of this product any day of the week. Now, different areas of the island may vary in terms of cost, but it's just around $3,000 for a bottle that can be used to mix a drum which covers an acre at 20 ml per gallon. It is very affordable as to what it does.
All right. Well, thank you very much for sharing the information with us this morning. I have no doubt that farmers are going to be going out to get their bottle of STAR Virucide. Thank you so very much, Sajae. Always a pleasure, my brother.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Take care. Sajae Jones, the agronomist out of Manchester and St. Elizabeth. This has been another in the series, Fersan in the Field, Real Issues, Real Solutions. This morning we spoke about the healing and protective power of STAR Virucide.